Hello and welcome everyone. This is round 9 of Formula 1 WoW PC League. We are racing on Autodromo Internazionale di Monza and we have a small field led by the second in the championship, Joji, who set the fastest time in qualifying. He's followed by Warrior, who stands sixth in the championship. The new edition of last week, Nutcree, who was just less than half a second from Shactus, who was the winner of the race and currently leads the championship. Behind, we have in the McLaren Devil Entity, I think he's a new player of this league, Alfa Rudy, who had a qualifying penalty, so they will start sixth. And finally, Gaming Fizz, who didn't run qualifying and is now last of the grid. He currently is third in the championship and has a 20-point gap to Shactus, who's currently leading. He will be benefited from Sine's absence. He was disqualified. What happened? Uh, we hope that will sort itself up. And uh, he's closely tied with Sines, just 4 points the gap between them. And with five, with 4 races to go, they will have to score points before they will have to score points if they want to have a shot for the championship. So, everyone's ready. This is the grid. All lights are on, and the race is on. We have a Game Fist that tried an overtake through the outside through the grass. Joji has a comfortable lead on turn 1. We see Notgree taking second place, followed by Warrior. Shactus stays fourth. Behind, we have Devil Entity, who fall to last place. And in the run to turn to Variante de la Roya and into Lesmos goes Joji first, Warrior third, and Alpha Rudy, who's been harassed by Gaming Fizz in the back straight. Will he try to have a go on the Variante Scary? Goes through the outside. Alpha Rudy cuts the chicane and touch with Gaming Fist, and he's off and out of the race. Oh my god, that will be contentious after the race. And stewards will have some work, and the Entity just goes for the overtake, and we see them touch. Meanwhile, Yuji has the first place. Devil Entity has a penalty. I think because of that touch with Alfaruri, and Alfaruri goes to the pits to repair the damage caused by the collision with Gaming Fist. Turn 1 Variante Ascari. Meanwhile, Nutcree keeps the gap to Yuji. This will be a 50% race, so they will have time to sort themselves out. They both run with soft tires, and behind Warrior falls a little bit behind, also with softs, and is has Shactus in his meters. Meanwhile, we see Alfa Rudy that has left the pits and is wearing soft tires, and the gap between not grease out, just spun on the exit of Ascari, almost collects the identity, and again he will have to uh, climb back to his to the leading positions as he has quite good pace. He was challenging Warrior all last race on Silverstone, and that Shactus has spun as he was closing the gap to Warrior. This is allowing Devil Entity to regain all the time he lost after that collision with Gaming Fist. We'll see if we will have Gaming Fist uh, in the interview. Devil Entity seems to have some connectivity problems. We will go back to the leaders, who's Joji and Warrior just behind. So things stands with 3 laps complete, running for on our 4th lap. We have Juji in front, already has a gap to Warrior of 1.4 seconds. Behind, there's Cactus with 9 seconds to regain, and he spawned again. Oh my god, this is such a difficult race for Warrior, and he will be overtook by the entity. Yes, he is. Now he is running 4th. Alfa Rudy, who after that contact has stayed away from any trouble, has almost 30 seconds, half a minute to regain with Shactus. So he will be hoping for a safety car. Shactus wants that podium position back. Meanwhile, Nutbury is still way behind, just around half a lap behind. And I think we have a gaming freeze on the interview channel. We will hope if we will wait if he can answer us. Meanwhile, we have a Warrior who's slowly closing the gap back to Joji, and Cactus who already overtook Devil Entity. So he's now 16 seconds behind and closing in, hopefully, for him. Gaming Fizz, are you there?
Yeah. Um,
Tell us what happened with that collision with Alfa Rudy. You were both into Variante Ascari, and there was simply no space. Tell us what happened.
yeah, I mean, I don't know about the other guy, but I was clearly the fastest driver. I just tried not to crash at the start. And then I had the track position in front of him, and he just decided to come on the side. And I was trying to make sure I didn't carry collision with him, but yeah, too wide into Ascari doesn't work. So I obviously his back tire hit my front tire, and then I span, unfortunately. Then my tire went out as well, so I couldn't even recover if I wanted to.
That's so sad to hear. Do you think the stewards will have some work to do after the race?
Yeah, I think if he does, if he pulls it together, I think he could get a good result. these races are so
Yeah. Thank you, Gaming Face. We will see you on next race, hopefully.
yeah, hopefully a better one. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. So there we have Gaming Face, who, although he will finish seventh, he will not score any points as he didn't complete 90% race distance. So as things stands, we have a really spread out field. We see that Warrior is not being able to close the gap. Indeed, Yuji has pulled half a second in front on these few two laps. Meanwhile, Shactus is closing the gap slowly but surely. He's now uh, around 8 tenths closer, and we have Alfa Rudy with a 3-second penalty for probably track limits. Meanwhile, the velocity is around 2-3 seconds off the pace from Chactus, and we'll see if Alfaruri can catch him up. I think both have equal penalties. Let's check. No, Alfaruri has double penalty. So it's another additional 3 seconds to gain, in total around 22-23 seconds. So that's a big ask. Meanwhile, Notbury, who's miles behind anyone after that uh, spin, I think he had. We'll see how this will affect the championship. Right now, as our experts crunch the numbers, I think we see there Joji at the distance. It seems that they also are closing the gap to Notbury. We see there a little snap of the back of Julius' car in the Alfa Romeo, who's quickly catching up with Notbury. I think the validity is just in the pits and out. Uh, he will come out around 2 seconds, no, around 5 seconds behind Alfa Ruri, but as they don't have they are with hard ties, so probably they will go to the end of the race, and they have only 3 seconds to gain before getting fourth place, as the difference of made by the penalties. And we see Yuji just uh, having Nokri, and is he being shown blue flags? I think he should be. He's not running. He's about running on his name. So that explains the slow pace. He had After last race we already saw he has the pace to challenge for the championship. Although joining after 8 races, it will be very hard for him to close that gap. But yeah, we have only 5 drivers on the run, and we'll see if the Devil entity is able to close the gap at least 3 seconds, now 4, to Alfa Rudy. We have yellow flags for Alpha road in front, and they crash together. Oh my god, they Alpharuri just get on the way of Devil Entity, and Devil Entity seems to still be on the run, although with damage probably. I don't know. I think they lost their front wing, probably at least. We have safety car, and this will bunch up the field and will allow the entity to change tires. Maybe I don't think there will be much difference, but it's free, so probably they will go on to the pits, and this will close the gap and put back on the game Shactus, who has a really good pace, although and he's only 15 seconds behind after those two spins on the opening laps at Variante del Retifilo on the first chicane. So it's game on. So we see the leaders all go to the pits. Joji, Warrior, Shactus probably. Joji goes for medium tires, the yellow mark medium tires. Warrior will go for the hearts, so he will be hoping to end the race on these tires. Not Kree, he's about, so it really doesn't count. But he just put on hard tires as well. And Shactus will go also for hearts, I think I saw. Yeah, and the white marked hard tires, and they all bunch up. Meanwhile, the entity is with those soft tires. I don't think he pit. I think he should have. I don't know if you saw the entity on the pits. Meanwhile, we see the two leaders come together behind the safety car, queuing up. I don't know if the game will allow Not Kree to unlock himself and get out of the way. So, George is leading, Warrior is second, Shactus will now be third, Devil Entity gets fourth, and we'll see if they will pit. Yeah, they go into the pits. Just as Warrior catches the back of the queue, and we'll see what tire will it be. It's going to be the white mark hard tires for Devil Entity. Uh, we'll see if, yeah, they are almost one lap behind, so it will be a long safety car. If it will wait for Devil Entity to catch the back of the back. So we stay with our leaders while we are crunching numbers here. Notary will be on fifth place. And as it stands, with Shactus on third place and Joji leading, Joji will be regaining the lead he lost on last race at Silverstone. So and will escape by 6 points, while the mid pack will stay equal as they are not currently running. Uh, more, we will still have not really losing positions, I think it seems. Although it's about running, as he was scheduled to race, he will be award points as unless the bot wins it. But will have fifth place points at least. So 10 points for him, and he will be up to ninth in the standings, and will be along with or just behind uh, exited Kuzma and Andy, both who have uh, 30, 34 points, and Nokri will have 28. So quickly climbing the standings, we see that the entity is just already half a lap behind. I don't know if the safety car will wait for him. Still, he has this 3-second penalty. We go back to the leaders. Oh, and what happened with Shactus? He just spun. Thankfully, he will not losing any positions, as the entity was just uh, around Variante de la Roya there. Safety car is in this lap. Shactus, although will lose the the gap he had to Warrior, because I don't think he can overtake after that. Maybe he will incur a penalty. I'm not sure. In real life, that wouldn't be allowed. Should be thankful that they didn't lose the position. So we have the field band shot. The Joji leads the pack and goes in and press the accelerator. He has already made a good gap to Warrior, and as he is, he will Shactus make a lunge here? No, he will have to be very careful on this chicane, on this first chicane, and he's setting an overtake maybe on the second chicane. We'll see what he can do, as Joji already has over a 1 second gap to Warrior and is clear of the DRS range. Let's remember that they will be 3 seconds behind any of them can three laps before any of them can use it. So right now is on the raceability of each driver in order to make a pass. Meanwhile, the entity is around 2.5 seconds behind, and not counting his 3 second lead. Penalty, and Warrior goes out. He lost the back on the middle of Ascari, and is he out of the race? No, but he has a pretty destroyed front wing. He has a 5 second penalty because of the collision. I think Shactus will also have to go to the pits, and we have another safety car. And the lucky winner of this all this mess on Ascari is Devil Entity, as now he's running on second place. Although we'll have all that, uh, will not keep that position as he has penalties, and we have both one of some of the leaders of their championship, especially Shactus, who was running for keeping that lead at the end last race after two consecutive race wins, and now is in the back foot. He, I think he's still in front of Warrior, who probably caused that accident. I would love to ask them about this on the post-race interview. But as things stands right now, is Joji, Devil Entity, Shactus, Warrior, but not Kuri. I think we have Alpha Rudy with us. Alpha Rudy, are you there? Hopefully, we can interview him while this safety car bunches the field up. We have already Warrior catching the back of the queue, so probably we will uh, restart the race on this lap. Safety car should be in on this lap. Alfaruri, you can unmute if you want to be interviewed and tell us what happened with your race. It has been quite chaotic. Hello?
Can you hear me, Mr.
Yeah,
Santos?
yeah. Right now we can hear you. Alfaruri, tell us what happened. It was a really contentious situation with gaming fees on the opening laps, and then you had this crash. Talk us through. What happened? We have Warrior again had a crash. That's quite odd. He has retired of the race, and this will affect the championship. Oh my God! This race, although with a small field, we it has been quite eventful. I think, yeah, I can hear you now, Alfa Rudy. Tell us what happened. I don't think we have a good enough connection with Alfa Rudy, as the race has already uh, relaunched. Uh, we have, I think we have Warrior. We would love to have Warrior on the interview channel. There you are. Have a minute. Yeah, Warrior, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah, tell us. We were just focused on interviewing Rory, and we know we catch it on camera, but tell us what happened there.
Okay, I think I'll rejoin the lobby and then I'll hear you. Give me 1 second.
Meanwhile, Warrior gets ready for his interview after that
Hello.
frustrating crash. We see now that Joji keeps leading the race. Devil Entity, who has been the great winner after all this drama, is still in seconds, and Shactus now has a half a minute to gain in order to recapture that second place. Now, Warrior, tell us what happened. Warrior?
This is unbelievable. This is
Not
unbelievable.
like
What?
check which ones. Give me a minute.
So we have Joji win a comfortable lead. He's 1 or 2 seconds, 2 or 3 seconds gaining on Devil Entity, and Shactus has already closed the gap. So Anne has marked a best first sector. So Shactus is uh, Shactus is on the chase. I can hear you guys. I don't know if you can hear me, although you can hear me on the Twitch. If hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Warrior, talk us through what happened.
So basically, in the start, I don't know how Shaktis maybe tapped into me, and he lost 8 seconds to me. And then I was in second place. It was going good. And then I think my teammate crashed out, and there was a safety car. And the restart was okay. It was pretty good. Then when I was going to Ascari, I lost my rag, and I took Shaktis out on an incident with me. That was the second safety car, sorry. And then
Yeah.
I put it, and then while going, my foot was a bit slippy, and I lost my brake pedal, and I crashed back of staircase,
Oh,
which is my fault, and all I can do about it.
Oh, you still have that problem with your pedals that are making.
Yeah,
Oh, that's.
pedal as an issue, and that too, I slipped, I flipped it by accident in the last moment. Because the safety car shot, everyone has to slow down, right? And my foot was on the accelerator while I was braking. So my mistake it was.
Oh, that's so hard. You have been there all season, but something always happened. You are currently sixth in the championship, if I'm not mistaken, but you probably deserve higher if there wasn't for that hardware gremlins that have impacted you and now leave you pointless after this good race you were having.
I think I can just go for the third or fourth position max. Because on too many races in Canada, that time I was taken out in the first lap due to an incident with the Aston Martin. I did not know what I did. It was me and the other Alpine driver, the teammate of Lucas. Both of us were out of that, and Mexican Grand Prix and the safety car reached. I got brake tested. I feel like too much bad luck is that. Can't do anything. Just have to put a head down and race.
Uh, we'll will soon be on another session, session 2. So probably you will have a shot for the championship there. Thank you, Warrior, and we'll see you next week. We'll see
Thank you
you
so
next
much.
week.
Yeah.
So there we have Shactus, Warrior. I don't know if Alfaroi is still with us.
Then
Yeah, we couldn't interview you earlier, so now tell us what happened there with the incident you have there with Warrior, no, with Gaming Face, I think it was, on the opening laps, and then the another accident that ultimately left you out of the race.
yeah, so in the first couple of laps, I didn't see any space. So no, I did see space, but I just didn't know where to go, and he was losing me into the corner. I didn't know what to do, so I just tried to take the corner, but I swerved into him and just went into the wall. I don't know what else I had to do, but I don't know.
That's sad to hear. And but then what happened? Because I think we catch it on camera, but I personally didn't realize quite well what happened.
I checked the replay on the stream, and yeah, it was pretty clear that I drove into him, but I didn't know what to do as I saw that the apex was coming, so I tried to take it, but I just swerved into him. So yeah, I mean, I could have cut the corner, but that wouldn't be good for me.
Yeah, that will be a contentious thing after the race. Thank you, Alfaruri, and great to have you in the league. So there we have the main characters involved on this chaotic Italian Grand Prix. Now, with 5 laps to go, we see that Shaktus has a really close, around 22 seconds the gap he had to Devil Entity, and right now is virtually 4 seconds behind. So we'll see probably that he will regain that second place and still be on the fight with Joji. As things currently stand, if he keeps this third place, unless something tragic happens, should happen, he will be 6 points behind in the championship after gaining that that lead of the championship on the last race after a two race winning streak. Right now, if he can regain that second place, still will be behind in the championship, but this time only by 3 points. So it's all about the margins with already 4 races to go on this championship of this season. Uh, and Shactus is already 1.5 seconds virtually of the Devil Entity. He will probably want to go for the overtake on track, but as things stands, he has all set uh, to limit those damages after such a hard race he have had, with all those spins on the first turn, on the first chicane, and then the crashes on Variante Ascari, which we are going down right now. Meanwhile, Yuji is already a third of the lap ahead, so probably nothing will happen there. Shactus has set purple sector after purple sector all this race. He's really on a mission. He's running with those soft tires that already they look quite good, in quite good condition. The Devil Entity meanwhile has those uh, uh, flat spotted uh, hard tires, and that penalty he's already virtually on third place, as he has this 3 seconds penalty, but Shactus is going for it and is going for it on the track. Notri has been quite benefited by all this chaos. Although he's not currently with us running, he's on fourth position and will be awarded those 12 points. I'm sure Shactus will have fastest lap. Uh, I haven't checked for that, and we will do after this launch. He will have the devil entity goes in the middle of the track. He doesn't allow him to make a move on Variante Ascari. He should be quite careful with this new driver. Oh my god, they are going on the Parabolica, and Shactus goes through the outside, keeps more momentum, and is now the second place man on track. What happened with Joji? I think Joji had a spin, something. We saw he was half a minute in front, and now he's only 6 seconds in front. Something must have happened. We will ask him after the race, but this will give a little hope for Shactus to keep that lead on the championship. With this, after this one, it will be 2 laps to go. And we see that the spot drivers both in front of the on the standings, leading the championship and deservedly so. I think they will have a battle through a distance